Got this amazing image here that I want to upscale today in Topaz Gigapixel 8, and this is a Flux image. I'll put a link to this in the description below because it was from civitai.com, and you can go and check out their users, other work. It's fantastic. So I'm going to go down here and check out the original size, 806 by 1210, so a reasonably good size to start with. I'm going to go up to the top right here, and I'm going to choose our upscale factor. I'm going to choose 4 for this, just so we can see some of the really small details, and I can also explain some of the great things that are going to be going on with fixing compression artifacts, which is really important in an image like this. So we're going to go down, skip the next section. I'm going to go to the basic models. Now this is where we choose our upscale model, and this is quite an important step. So I like to do the A/B compare option and choose up to 4 different models to compare against each other. And click compare. So now you'll see I've got a 4-screen split preview, and the model name that's being represented is in the bottom left of each window. And it's worth noting that on the right hand side you can see some model settings here. I always have these dragged down to the lowest they can go, which is 1, and while I'm assessing the model, just to make sure that it's all even and fair. So I'm going to drag around here, and if there's any details that just jump out at me straight away as not being very favourable, I'm going to just eliminate those. So in the bottom right corner, I've got the art and CG preview. Now, even though this is obviously a fake digital artwork, I don't like what it's doing to the edges. It's making everything over-processed looking and just a bit harsh. So I'm going to eliminate that straight away by pressing the cross in the top right corner. And then it's just leaving the 3 other models, which I'm now just having a look at similar areas and evaluating. If this was a person with facial features visible, then I'll definitely spend some time on around the face area. If there's like beard hair or actual, head on hair on the head, be looking at that. If it's animals, be looking at the fur, all the small details, the finer details. Now for me, this one on the right hand side here, this low resolution V2 model, just seems a little bit crisper than the others around the tiny little fine details of all the ink and the paint splashing out. So I'm actually going to go ahead with that one, and I'll click the main model screen now. Click apply model in the bottom right corner, and that updates my preview. Now to explain why this looks better than the others, I can show you very easily. Because this particular model, low res, it's got quite a heavy amount of compression reduction built into it. Without me even touching this fixed compression slider here at the side, it's got a lot of work being done already. And I can show you this. If I zoom in a little bit, if I magnify, sorry, and then I can just drag it down. Now in this full screen mode, when I hold down the left mouse button, it's effectively like I am now. It's effectively showing you the before image. So the unprocessed version of the image, i.e. just the original PNG. And then when I let go, it's going to show you the most updated preview. So as you can see here, looking at the before, I've still got the button held down. There's a ton of fuzzy compression artifacts around all those edges, really making it look a mess. And if I let go and show you what the model's done to it so far, we can see that's just done a pretty incredible job. And I mean, I'm magnified in nearly 200% now on an already 4 times upscaled image. So you can see the kind of the tiny pixels of detail that it's managed to recoup and recover. And that's without any compression. So that's why that works really well on images with notable compression artifacts, because you don't then have to do any more work really down on the sliders, to the point where here I wouldn't even play with the sharpen. I'm not going to play with the denoise, and I don't need to play with the fixed compression because compression's already been dealt with by the model. The image looks sharpened up just from the upscaling process, and I don't think there's any real noise in the original that I want to try and remove any further. So what I'm going to do now is go down. Face recovery is not applicable because there's no visible face. Gamma correction is not applicable. Let's have a look at the export options. We've got very simple. We've got a prefix and a suffix you can enter here to help you identify the images even more. You've got where you want to save it to, the format, the appropriate quality slider of the format, what you want to do about the color space, and then just an option to save it, and your job is done.